They called it progress. Shiny machines, patented seeds, and chemical boosters promised a farming revolution. But beneath that promise, big agriculture quietly buried something far more valuable. Heirloom vegetables so tough, so nutrient-rich they could outlast droughts, frost, and famine. These weren't lab inventions. They were the real deal, plants that thrived on resilience and time-tested genetics. And today they're making a comeback in gardens like yours. Welcome to Timeless Crops Haven, where we grow smarter, dig deeper, and revive the vegetables that Big Ag couldn't kill. The Amish Paste Tomato. Once the heart of Amish kitchen gardens, this tomato isn't about glamour. It's about reliability. With its thick, meaty flesh and fewer seeds, it offers pure flavour. Generations relied on it to fill jars of sauce that lasted through those cold Pennsylvania winters. Unlike modern hybrids that need constant feeding and spraying, the Amish paste thrives in compost-rich soil. Grow it just once, and you'll never crave store-bought tomatoes again. Now, let's talk about the fish pepper. This fiery striped heirloom is more than just eye candy. It's culture, history, and survival rolled into one plant. African-American communities around the Chesapeake Bay grew it for their seafood dishes long before it was commercialized. It nearly disappeared until some dedicated seed savers brought it back. Today, the fish pepper adds both heat and heritage to the modern garden. And it's a reminder that biodiversity is beauty in action. Moving on to the rattlesnake pole bean. If there's one plant that laughs in the face of neglect, it's this one. Its purple-streaked pods twist up tall vines, producing continuously through summer heat and poor soil. Fresh or dried, it feeds you twice, once in the season, and again in the winter pantry. A true survival crop that demands almost nothing and gives everything. Long pie pumpkin. Forget the decorative round pumpkins bred for carving. The long pie pumpkin is the real workhorse. Long, green and zucchini-shaped, it sweetens in storage and can last for months in a cool cellar. It's what New England families depended on to get through brutal winters. When everything else withered, this pumpkin kept the table full. Mammoth grey sunflower. This isn't your average sunflower. The mammoth grey stands up to 14 feet tall, with massive heads packed with protein-rich seeds. Its oil nourished families, its stalks built fences, and its husks fed livestock. Every part of the plant was useful. In a world obsessed with waste, this is sustainability in its purest form. Beauregard sweet potato. Born in Louisiana but beloved worldwide, this sweet potato is a gardener's dream. It grows fast, tolerates poor soil, and keeps producing even in dry conditions. The leaves are edible, the roots are nutrient-dense, and it stores beautifully. One plant can yield up to 10 pounds of food, proof that the simplest crops often give the biggest returns. Boston marrow squash. Once the backbone of early American farming, the Boston marrow squash is rich, creamy, and dependable. It kept families fed long before canned soups existed. The flesh stores for months, making it an ideal survival food. Industrial agriculture dropped it for faster, smaller hybrids. But gardeners know slow and steady is still the real path to abundance. Elephant garlic. Massive, mild, and impossible to ignore. Elephant garlic isn't true garlic, it's actually a leek relative, but its flavour and versatility make it indispensable. The huge cloves roast into buttery perfection, and it thrives with little care. Easy to plant, easy to store, and always impressive. It's the gentle giant of the garden. Purple top turnip. When food was scarce, this root kept people alive. The purple top turnip is frost-tolerant, fast-growing, and gives you double the harvest, edible roots and greens. It's one of those unassuming crops that quietly saves the day. For gardeners who want real food security, this humble turnip deserves a permanent spot in the soil. The Superschmelz kohlrabi. It's big, a bit strange-looking, and yet unbelievably tender. This remarkable vegetable forms bulbs larger than a grapefruit, but it remains sweet and crisp. Thriving in cool weather, it stores well and adds a delightful crunch to winter meals. If you've never tried growing it, well, you're missing out on one of the most underrated power vegetables on earth. Now, let's talk about the giant Musselburgh leek. Originating from Scotland, this leek was bred to endure snow and ice, and indeed it still does. Its sweet, mild flavour enriches soups and stews all winter long. When other crops quit, the Musselburgh keeps going. It's truly a champion for cold climate gardeners who crave reliability over flash. Finally, we have the cowhorn okra. This plant earned its name from its long, curved pods, sometimes reaching a foot in length. Yet it stays tender and flavourful. A southern classic, it handles heat like a pro, keeps producing for months, and never loses its charm in the kitchen. It's a plant that proves endurance and taste can indeed grow on the same stem. Georgia rattlesnake watermelon. Striped like its namesake, this heirloom watermelon can weigh up to 50 pounds, and, you know, it stores for weeks after harvest. It's sweet, crisp, and deeply refreshing. Honestly, a southern treasure that nearly disappeared when hybrid melons took over. Bring it back, and you'll never look at grocery store fruit the same way again. Atlantic giant pumpkin. The name says it all. The Atlantic giant can grow into a true monster, reaching over 2,000 pounds. But it's not just for show. Its flesh is sweet and, well, useful for pies, soups, and animal feed. Each seed carries the thrill of potential. Every harvest feels like a small miracle. Mammoth red mangel beet. This isn't your average beet. The mammoth red mangel can weigh up to 20 pounds and was once grown as a dual-purpose food for both people and livestock. Its size and storage life made it, frankly, indispensable during hard times. Grow one, and you'll understand why it was a staple in old European farms. Goliath tomato. If size impresses you, the Goliath tomato will leave you, well, speechless. Each fruit can weigh over 2 pounds, but it's not just big. It's absolutely bursting with flavour. Meaty, juicy and balanced, it's the tomato that makes sandwiches legendary. This is the real taste of summer, not the flavourless clones sold in stores. Elephant ear sweet pepper. Large, glossy, and just bursting with sweetness, this pepper earned its name from its big, floppy shape. It's ideal for stuffing or roasting, and its plants produce heavily through summer. If you want consistent flavour and colour without chemical boosters. This is the heirloom to bet on. Mammoth basil. With leaves the size of your palm and an aroma that fills the air, mammoth basil is the herb that turns every meal into an event. It grows fast, resists pests naturally, and provides endless fresh pesto potential. Dry it, freeze it, or use it fresh. Its productivity in leaf form. Thomas Jefferson's heirloom lettuce. This tender green, you see, has deep roots in American history. Grown at Monticello back in the 1700s, it was truly prized for its buttery texture and remarkable resilience in the garden. Unlike the modern hybrids that are bred for transport, this lettuce was bred purely for taste. Thriving in compost-enriched soil, it carries the flavour of a time long before food became industrialised. Now, here's where the story takes a modern turn. Many growers, you know, swear by plastic mulch. It blocks weeds, traps warmth, and speeds up early growth. But, well, it's really just a short-term fix. It suffocates the soil, kills beneficial microbes, and in the end, it all ends up as waste. Compost, however, builds life from the ground up. It feeds your plants slowly and steadily, restoring natural balance. Here's a simple compost tea formula. Mix 2 cups of finished compost with 10 cups of water, a 1:5 ratio. Stir well and let it steep for 24 hours. Strain it and pour at the base of your plants every 2 weeks. The result? Stronger roots, richer flavour, and true organic health. Plastic mulch feeds speed. Compost feeds the future. These 20 vegetables are more than relics. They're proof that the best food comes from diversity, patience, and living soil. Big agriculture replaced them with uniformity and dependence. But gardeners like you are bringing them back. One seed, one compost heap, one harvest at a time. If you're ready to grow with purpose, subscribe to Timeless Crops Haven and join our community of soil builders and seed savers. Share this video with a friend who loves real food. Together we'll bring back the vegetables Big Ag tried to erase and rebuild the resilience nature never lost.